Let's get curious. Welcome to Tech Curiosity Stream, where we break down the tech shaping our world. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the people behind the technology. Those who build, secure, and maintain everything digital. This series, Unlock Every Tech Job, is your roadmap to understanding the tech landscape, whether you're a student, a career changer, or just curious. Let's dive in. Here's the plan. Today we'll map out the tech world's main areas. Think of this as your world map. We'll sketch the big continents: software, data, cybersecurity, and IT. Tech jobs power every industry, from healthcare to entertainment, and new roles are emerging all the time. In future videos, we'll zoom in on each area, showing you what these professionals do and why it matters. But first, let's define what a tech job really is. So, what counts as a tech job? It's any role that creates, manages, or advances technology, not just coding. For every smartphone, there are designers, coders, testers, marketers, and support teams, all tech jobs. The field is huge. Builders, developers, analyzers, data scientists, protectors, cybersecurity, and supporters, IT. Each has dozens of specializations, from mobile apps to healthcare data. The key tech is about using technology to solve real problems in every industry. Why are tech jobs so vital now? Every industry, healthcare, finance, education, relies on technology and the people who build and maintain it. Tech professionals power our daily lives, from your morning alarm to your favorite apps. Their work shapes how we live, communicate, and solve problems. The impact is huge. A single app or insight can change millions of lives. Tech is always evolving, creating new roles and challenges. Curiosity and adaptability are your best tools in this dynamic field. What does tech look like in 2024? It's global. Tech hubs are everywhere, and remote work means anyone can join in. You can work for giants like Google or agile startups or anything in between. Specialization is key. From front-end developers to cloud engineers, there's a niche for every interest. Tech culture values innovation, collaboration, and continuous learning. Work environments are designed for creativity and problem solving. It's a field that rewards curiosity and constant growth. Let's start with the software developer, the builders of our digital world. They design, build, and maintain software, turning ideas into apps, websites, and tools. The process starts with understanding a problem, then planning, coding, and testing solutions. Developers use languages like Python or JavaScript to translate ideas into instructions for machines. Their work doesn't end at launch. They fix bugs, add features, and keep software running smoothly. It's a blend of logic, creativity, and constant learning. Developers are the caretakers of the digital tools we rely on every day. What does a typical day look like for a software developer? It involves time in front of a computer, but it's a collaborative team sport. A developer's day often starts with a stand-up meeting, a short daily check-in. After the meeting, it's time to dive into writing code. A developer will pick up a task from a project management tool. It's a cycle of writing, testing, and debugging until the code works. A huge amount of time is spent on problem solving and communication, like calls with designers or pair programming. As the day winds down, the focus might shift to committing code to a shared repository. It's a dynamic mix of focused work, collaborative problem solving, continuous learning, and clear communication. It's about being part of a team building something bigger than any one person could create alone. To build all this amazing software, developers rely on a powerful toolkit of technical skills and specific ways of thinking. The most fundamental tools are programming languages. As we touched on earlier, these are the languages used to communicate with computers. There are hundreds of them, each with its own strengths and best use cases. For example, JavaScript is the king of the web, powering the interactive elements on almost every website you visit. Python is incredibly popular for its simplicity and is widely used in data science, artificial intelligence, and back-end development. Languages like Java and C# are workhorses in large corporate environments, building robust, large-scale systems. But developers rarely build everything from scratch using just a raw programming language. They also use frameworks and libraries, which are collections of pre-written code that handle common tasks. Think of a framework as a blueprint or a scaffold for a house. It gives you a structure to build upon so you don't have to lay every single brick and pipe yourself. For web developers, frameworks like React, Angular, or Vue help them build complex user interfaces more quickly and efficiently. On the back end, frameworks like Django for Python or Express for JavaScript help manage databases, user authentication, and other server-side logic, saving countless hours of work. Beyond languages and frameworks, developers use a host of other essential tools. Version control systems, with Git being the most popular by far, are absolutely critical. They allow developers to track every single change made to the code over time. This means if a new change breaks something, they can easily revert to a previous working version. It also allows many developers to work on the same project simultaneously without overwriting each other's work. Other tools like code editors like VS Code, databases such as PostgreSQL, and containerization platforms like Docker are all standard parts of the modern developer's daily workflow. Perhaps the most important tool of all, however, isn't something you can download. It's the developer's mindset. Successful developers are persistent and methodical problem solvers. They have an insatiable curiosity and a love for learning because the technology landscape is always changing. They are adept at breaking down large, complex problems into smaller, manageable pieces. And critically, they have what's called high agency, the belief that they can figure things out. When faced with a bug they've never seen before, their first instinct isn't to give up, but to start searching, experimenting, and asking questions until they find a solution. This mindset is the true engine that drives all software creation. We've explored software developers. Now let's talk about data scientists, the digital detectives. This role has exploded in popularity. Data scientists refine data and turn it into something valuable. They uncover hidden patterns and make future predictions. They help businesses make smarter decisions using statistics, computer science, and industry knowledge. Think about Netflix. They use data about what you watch to improve their service. How is a data scientist different from a data analyst? Data scientists deal with more complex problems and focus on prediction. They try to tell you what will likely happen next. This ability to predict the future is crucial. They work in almost every industry. They turn chaotic data into clear intelligence. What does a typical day involve for a digital detective? It's a mix of individual work and collaboration, focused on a specific project or question. It begins with curiosity and communication with stakeholders to understand the problem. Then, the data wrangling begins, often the most time-consuming part, taking up to 80% of their time. This involves cleaning and structuring the data for analysis. With clean data, exploration and modeling can start. The data scientist performs exploratory data analysis, creating visualizations to identify patterns. Then they build and test predictive models. Finally, they communicate the results, translating complex findings into a clear narrative. This involves creating data visualizations and providing recommendations. Their day ends with a story that can drive real-world action. Data scientists use a specialized set of tools and skills. At the heart of this toolkit are programming languages like Python and R, and powerful libraries and frameworks. For machine learning, libraries like scikit-learn are essential. Frameworks like TensorFlow and PyTorch are industry standard. A strong command of SQL is a non-negotiable skill. They also use data visualization tools like Tableau or Power BI. The most successful data scientists possess a unique combination of non-technical talents, a powerful sense of curiosity, a strong foundation in statistics and mathematics, and strong business acumen and communication skills. It's time to meet the guardians of the tech world, cybersecurity experts. Their mission, to protect our digital information, systems and networks from theft, damage, or unauthorized access. They are the digital sentinels standing guard, protecting us from hidden threats. Think of them as the security team for a digital city. They are responsible for building the walls and monitoring the gates. A huge part of their job is to anticipate threats before they materialize. The scope of their work is incredibly broad, covering everything from data center security to employee education. Cybersecurity experts are the champions of trust in the digital age, allowing us to live our digital lives with a sense of security. So, what does a day in the life of a cybersecurity expert look like? It's probably one of the least predictable jobs in tech, because you never know what new threat might emerge. A typical day often starts with intelligence gathering. They're scanning security news feeds, reading reports from threat intelligence platforms, and reviewing alerts from their own monitoring systems. They need to stay constantly updated on the latest malware strains, phishing campaigns, and vulnerabilities discovered in software. A significant portion of the day is dedicated to proactive defense and monitoring. They have to be able to distinguish a real potential threat from a simple system glitch or a false alarm. If a security alert is triggered, the team springs into action to contain the threat. A huge and vital part of their job is actively looking for weaknesses in their own systems before an attacker does. To defend the digital realm, cybersecurity experts wield a powerful and diverse set of tools and tactics. On the technical side, their arsenal is packed with sophisticated software. They use security information and event management, or CM systems. These tools are like a central command center collecting and correlating log data from across the entire network to provide a single pane of glass for monitoring and alerts. They also use firewalls to control network traffic, intrusion detection and prevention systems, IDS and IPS, to spot and block malicious activity, and antivirus and anti-malware solutions to protect individual computers and servers from known threats. Beyond these defensive tools, they also employ a range of analytical and offensive-minded technologies. Vulnerability scanners are used to probe networks and applications for known weaknesses, like a digital inspector checking for unlocked doors and windows. Penetration testing toolkits, which contain a variety of hacking tools, are used by ethical hackers to simulate real-world attacks and test the strength of the defenses. They also rely heavily on network analysis tools, often called packet sniffers, which allow them to capture and inspect the raw data flowing across the network, helping them diagnose issues and investigate security incidents at the most granular level. The tactics they employ are just as important as the tools. A core principle of modern cybersecurity is defense in depth. This means they never rely on a single security measure. Instead, they create multiple layers of defense, so that if one layer fails, another is there to stop the attack. Another key tactic is the principle of least privilege. This means ensuring that users, programs, and systems only have the bare minimum permissions necessary to perform their function. This simple concept dramatically reduces the potential damage an attacker can do if they manage to compromise an account. They also focus heavily on employee training, because honestly, humans are often the weakest link in the security chain. Ultimately, the most powerful weapon in a cybersecurity expert's arsenal is their mindset. They possess a healthy dose of professional paranoia, always assuming that a breach is possible and questioning the security of everything. They are lifelong learners by necessity, as attackers are constantly developing new techniques, so they must constantly adapt and learn to keep up. They are meticulous, detail-oriented problem solvers who can follow a digital trail of breadcrumbs to its source. And above all, they are vigilant. They understand that cybersecurity isn't a project you finish. It's a continuous process of monitoring, defending, and adapting 24/7, 365 days a year. We've covered the builders, detectives, and guardians. Now let's talk about the unsung heroes, tech support and IT specialists. They're the first responders of the tech world, fixing issues that stop us from getting our work done. Their core mission is to provide technical assistance to end users. They are the bridge between complex technology and its users. They are masters of diagnosis, finding the root cause and implementing a solution. IT support covers a range of responsibilities, from help desk to network support. They ensure employees have reliable and secure tools. Their ability to solve problems quickly is a business necessity. They are the backbone of day-to-day technological operations. So what does a day in the life of an IT support specialist actually look like? If there's one word to describe it, it's definitely unpredictable. Their day is driven by the problems that other people are facing, often starting with a ticketing system where users submit tech issues. This system guides them from one problem to the next, restoring order to the organization's digital universe. A typical morning could be a whirlwind of tasks, remotely connecting to computers, phone support, or replacing hardware. It's a job that keeps them constantly on their toes. Collaboration is another huge part of their day. They provide crucial details that help specialized teams fix complex issues. The day also involves routine maintenance like setting up new computers and updating documentation. Their work balances immediate needs with future preparation, ensuring a stable and secure technology ecosystem. To tackle a wide variety of problems, IT specialists need a diverse toolkit. On the hardware side, they're comfortable working with the physical components of technology, including networking hardware. On the software side, they need to be experts in operating systems like Windows, macOS, or Linux. They're skilled in using remote desktop software and user management tools. Beyond hardware and software, IT specialists rely on problem-solving methodologies. Perhaps the most important tool is patience and empathy. A great IT professional is a fantastic communicator and a calm presence. So, there you have it, we've been on quite a journey through the modern tech landscape. We started with the big picture, understanding that a tech job is no longer just one thing, but a massive and diverse ecosystem of roles. Then we zoomed in. We met the software developers, the digital architects who build the apps and websites that shape our daily interactions. They are the creators, turning ideas into functional, tangible code that powers our world. Their work is a blend of pure logic and creative problem-solving, constructing the very framework of our digital lives from the ground up, one carefully crafted line at a time. It's a foundational role that makes everything else possible. Next, we explored the world of the data scientists, the digital detectives of our time. We saw how they dive into oceans of information, not just to see what happened, but to understand why it happened and predict what will happen next. They are the sense makers, using statistics and machine learning to find hidden patterns and turn raw, chaotic data into clear, actionable insights. Their work powers everything from your favorite streaming service's recommendation engine to groundbreaking medical research. They are the storytellers who let the data speak, guiding businesses and organizations towards smarter, more informed decisions in an increasingly complex world. Then, we stood on the digital front lines with the cybersecurity experts, the dedicated guardians of our online world. We learned about their constant vigilance, defending our personal information and critical systems from an ever-present tide of digital threats. They are the protectors, building layered defenses, hunting for vulnerabilities, and responding in an instant when an attack occurs. Their work requires a unique mindset, always thinking like an attacker in order to build a stronger defense. They are the reason we can trust the digital services we rely on every single day, working silently behind the scenes to keep us safe. And finally, we celebrated the unsung heroes, the IT support and tech specialists. These are the crucial first responders and problem solvers who keep everything running smoothly for the rest of us. They are the bridge between people and technology, patiently diagnosing issues, fixing broken hardware, and ensuring everyone has the tools they need to do their job effectively. From a simple password reset to a major network outage, they are the backbone of daily operations, providing the essential support that allows businesses to function and thrive. Their patience and expertise are the glue that holds the entire technological infrastructure together for everyday users. We've looked at the builders, the detectives, the guardians, and the supporters. The tech industry is vast and has a place for many different kinds of minds. It's for creative thinkers, communicators, strategic planners, and anyone with a deep sense of curiosity. There is a path for you to explore. It's constantly changing, evolving, and growing every single day. The key is to never stop learning and never stop asking questions. The journey we took today is just the beginning, a map to get you started. Get your hands a little dirty and experiment. We'll be here to guide you on that journey. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Keep asking questions, keep exploring, and keep learning. The world of tech is waiting for curious minds just like yours. See you in the next video. Until then, stay curious.